Ink flows down into dark puddle. Well, if it's effectively just one level. I mean, there's a reason I removed VLR from my quick runs, I think. Did I? Yeah, I removed VLR from my quick runs. Because it just seemed stupid. And I don't think anybody would even remotely want to ever have that happen. But I don't know, maybe I'll add it back. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, so the question is, do we start with the side story? Or do we jump straight back into the DDLC thing? We skip the first date with what I think is a dev code. Well, that's super lame. I mean, it's awesome that that exists, and I love that there are people who enjoy that. That does not sound fun to me. Also, I fixed the font to be a different font that's thicker, but oh my god, are the emotes way too big, and I don't know what to do with that. Like, I can't control that at all because there's so much spacing on the top and the bottom of the font. For the chat box, as you've probably guessed. Although I think it means if you do like an emote, it'll just be huge. The font yesterday looked good. I mean, I can always revert it to that. But this is the other one that's so the font yesterday was the Hachimaru Pop, and this is Nunham Pen. Jeez, it's huge. I kind of like the emotes being giant, though. We'll leave it like this. We'll test it out. You never know. Why am I hearing double music? I don't understand why this happens. Audio scuffed again? Oh, for you guys too? I'm trying to remember what I did last time to fix that. I think I just restart the Elgato. Okay, I'd rather have it be scuffed on. Capture card on all night? It shouldn't have been on at all. Weird. It's funny, it's still echoing for me, and I don't know why. I wonder if it's something I can just reset in Wave. Or if I mute it in Wave. Oh, if I just reset the input, it fixes it. Weird. Whatever. All right. We'll start with the main story so I can get all the way through to the end of all of the Sayori stuff first. And then once we've gotten to the end of the Sayori stuff, we'll probably do some other stuff. Time to be a god gamer and 100% DDLC plus. I mean, that's the hope. Speaking of which, definitely not cheating and opening up a thing to help me find Sayori's words. Alright, also you're gonna get to deal with this again. bum, 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 bum. All right. Wake me up when Act 2 starts. I mean, it's not for a long time. I'm gonna play through complete all the Act 1s before I do any of the Act 2s. If you didn't know that is the initial plan. I think as long as I get all this at the start, like if I get 10, I'm good. Does she like Daydream? It feels like she should like Daydream. Yeah, she does. She like Journey? No. Poof? Worm. Rather than going through guessing this over and over and over and restarting because I keep getting owned. Friends. I know she likes Friends. Does she like Infinite? I feel like Monika likes Infinite, but... Happiness? She likes every H word, I think, hilariously. And then one last one, and then I think I could literally pick any of them, and it doesn't matter. I feel like she should like Blanket because she likes sleeping in beds and sleeping, but I don't think she actually does. Yeah, she doesn't for some reason, which is really weird. Helicopters? Was there a word helicopters? That's hilarious. Cool. Now I think I could literally pick any of these and we're fine. Yep. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination. More like determination. But I guess passion. Remember that club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to go out help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where you get to play and eat like all kinds of delicious food. You sound like a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. I love that. I love that scene so much. It's so stupid, but it's so good. Did the music just... Did that music just... Huh? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now. No, the music's normal? I swear it repeated for a second there. Also, when did my dog get changed back to being a cat? I think it defaults to cat at the start of every stream. It shouldn't default to anything. It should, because it's whatever I had on view last time. Because it's literally just turning a source on or off. It shouldn't default to any, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. We'll see. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Hmm? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything all right? Of course! Why wouldn't it be? It just looks like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. But conversations is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori lately. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Jovine, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything acting up about Sayori recently? Anything with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Jovine. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things before that bothered her. But this time when I asked, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? What? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. So then why would she be sad thinking about me? What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Jovine. Have you thought about maybe you've always seen her as cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyways? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I've said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across to the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear from her. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Jovine. Oh, thanks. Mm-hmm. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything all right? Huh? Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, all right. Hey, Jovine. I'm still a little surprised. I just really thought you would try writing your poems the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. Jovine, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody noticed this. Sayori. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and she keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Jovine. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Sayori, please. Sayori, please. Hi, Jovine. Have you thought about what you want to submit for performing for the next festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It'll also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how you and your poems and Sayori's poems are getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me about how Sayori's been a little bit off today. Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. All right. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since she joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am. A feather. lost adrift to the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall. And I fall, and I fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather. A dry quill, expressionless, but a hand catches me between the thumb and her forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me flat back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, then the world would start to lose its meaning. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. I'm on to you, Monika. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing's good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyways? God, I love that writing emote. I feel like that is one of the weird emotes where I feel like Scribble has exact points where it's really valuable, but also like isn't the most important one to have. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. When Scribble is used, it's like super awesome to have, but like it feels like there aren't tons of moments like that. Isn't that more of a compliment to me? What? No, gross. You need to be super smart so that chat takes notes. I'm sorry, I'm far too dumb for that. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you just ended up scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I do have to put up with you. Wait, shouldn't that be Sayori saying, or Natsuki saying that, not me? Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, no, it's me because she just elbowed me. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you off after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I shouldn't really watch my mouth around, say Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing if it happened. I'll be your beach, Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished wandered over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. The shore is reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with a brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your memories away, or your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set your mind free in my windy sail and remember the reasons that you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. This one's really good too. I'm surprised this isn't the Natsuki exclusive poem. This is a really good one. I actually don't remember this poem at all. I kind of love it. It's really sweet. To be honest, it reads more and is written more like something that should be sung than a poem. Like this to me reads I just tried to scroll up with my scroll wheel. Good lord, this reads exactly like like I was gonna say Beach Boys song, but that's not. That's just because it keeps saying beach over and over. This reads like an actual song, especially since it has a chorus. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I want to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized how we wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At least, it was good practice. I think Natsuki actually does write, like, I love Sayori's poems. I think Natsuki unironically writes the best poems, to be honest. You just tell her to elbow me. I just realized that. Well done, Jovine. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, Natsuki writes better than Yuri. I mean, I agree. It's more my style. The hidden message of DDLC. Shut up. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monika. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is sharing their writing and seeing what others think. Guess I really can't disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun to know everyone in the writings. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself? You know, I like to say writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't really matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe that what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid in disappointing you in some other way. Why me? Well, you're always so sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to these sort of conclusions. I'm just a little used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. All right. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel of millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath the gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick the foundations till you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squished into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted to go into the foamy tendrils. I turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to the earth forevermore. That's actually Yuri's best one. In my opinion, this is Yuri's best poem. Like, I actually really like this. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did. She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just... Oh my gosh. Whoa. I must not be getting enough sleep. Although, hey, I didn't wake up from, I didn't wake up last night from migraines, so that's a huge advantage. And and I haven't had a migraine all day today, so I haven't been feeling as bad today as I was yesterday, so. I suppose it's better to compare the differences in our writing style, or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise she'd want to do something like that. Didn't Natsuki say it was you who came up with it? She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a bit when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on! Actually, she wasn't feeling so well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with you, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me all day, so I didn't want to force it. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the festival preparations, so... Let's decide what everybody will be doing this week. I already know what I'm doing! That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not like it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pounding too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess we never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Jovine. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri has some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to help give one of them a helping hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Ah, that's... Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? It's fun for them anyway. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's gonna give you a choice, and you'd be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned you would like to handle baking on your own. Jovine might not be around if you make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, you may be suited to assisting with decorations. Hold on, I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Jovine to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Jovine to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, ladies please. I'm surprised as well. Save state here? I already did. I just did. I literally just did. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we settle down on this? Yeah. Jovine, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. That case. Of course I'm going with. So I'm double saving here. I was on another tab. Unforgivable. I mean, if it's gonna be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? I don't think it matters who I pick, because I think ultimately I have to pick either Yuri or Natsuki. Well, I guess I'll probably help Monika. Yeah, you picked me. Hold on 1 second. Monika Dav. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But she's here. Pog. I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already the most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Jovine was the one who... that doesn't matter. For a few seconds now, she's gone. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, the emote's still on screen, though. I can see it. You're the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have tons of work to do, you know? We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. If we want our event to succeed, we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So you're gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Jovine to help you one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference? No matter what I do, I knew this was true from the original game. But, here we are. I'm gonna swap my glasses really quick. Natsuki it is. Hey, how's it going, Darkness? Baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. What if you unlock anything by picking Sayori and Monika there? I don't know yet. We're gonna go back and check. Because we're about at the end of this arc. Just terrible as usual. How about you? Aw, sorry you're doing terrible. I'm doing all right. Yesterday was a rough day because I had a migraine pretty much all day, but I managed to get through it. Today I woke up with a light headache, but I didn't wake up repeatedly in the night due to the migraine, so that's better. Still a little bit tired overall, though. But as soon as we're done with this arc, we're gonna start the Natsuki arc. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Huh? Just a minute ago you were saying that. That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a bit hard not to feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except for the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Jovine? Me? I guess I could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri. She's still skulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not... I mean, it's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not just be that. I think Yuri might be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hand down Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're gonna help make this event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for that way people feel during their performance. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. She's not very good at being supportive, but I respect the effort, and it's clear that she cares. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but... Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken back by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. I forgot to join the Discord server. Oh, it's no big deal. We just post stuff and keep stuff up to date in there, but it's no big deal if you're... Be in there if you want to be in there. Don't if you don't. It's not a big, like, whatever's most comfortable. That is where we keep a lot of the updates, where I look for game suggestions. I try to post stuff. I forgot to post live for today. Whoops. Stuff like that. Specifically, the announcements are the biggest thing. And it's the easiest way to contact me if it's outside of it. But I post Steam cleaning almost as exclusively there. So if that's something that also interests you, definitely check it out. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say, even in a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm gonna do my best. And all of us are gonna make it a really great event. Yeah. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing for me more for me today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm still staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their thing. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Why is it called Jovie Dovi Literature Club? Might be because of today's stream. No, it's actually always been called Jovie Dovi Literature Club. It is based off of this name. For the longest amount of times, I was actually playing mostly VNs. Just mostly because I don't have a lot of other stuff to do. And even though Literature Club tends to focus more on written works, I do think that video games in general are kind of they're an art form that it's fun to discuss and look at, you know? That and it's just a fun little name. I like the name. You literally would have gotten home and realized you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going over to your house. Yeah, right. Like, I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict, if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's phone numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. All right, fine by me. Yeah, I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh, didn't you say you were just gonna give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki's gonna be coming over to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do things with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous if Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monika said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. Okay, so I genuinely don't know what the best route here is. Because I want to play through all the different arcs, and I'm pretty sure I've finished... I don't know if I should go all the way up until I'm about to go through Sayori's door, or if I should go do the other route now. I'm like actually super not sure at all. Just in case. We're gonna have that there, and that's gonna be as if... So that's gonna line up with the left. So it's doing Sayori route, specifically Sayori route with Natsuki. I don't know. Cyclone, do you know the best way to do this? If I want to play through all the different things with everybody? I knew I would get more pictures. All right, what else we got? So the new poems that we got from seeing all the new poems. You basically just reach Sayori Hug now. Okay, and then we start from the beginning again. Got it. Wait, what's this sketch from? In Act 1, try Sayori and Monika for the weekend trip before choosing Natsuki or Yuri. Oh, that's so cute! Oh, okay, hold up. This is my background now. How do I make this my background? Set wallpaper. Wait. The sketch of Sayori's second CG cut out and aligned with the angle of the background because the backgrounds were first rendered in 3D. Some fine adjustments were required to make sure the 2D drawing and the character fit seamlessly in the perspective of the scene. In Act 1, write all 3 poems for Sayori. That's actually really cool. God, They just look like Sailor Scouts. Then go to the back, do all Natsuki, all Yuri, then do the same in Act 2. Perfect. So I do still have a little bit of leeway before I need to be doing this. I don't know which song's new. That's a new song. So you can tell which one's from the new songs because it obviously shows up as a DDLC plus. All right. Well, we're going to take our break. I'm going to pause the music because we're going to be listening to break music. But when I get back, we're going to continue. I'm excited. I think we're going to like finish just the tiny little last bit of Act 1 for the Sayori route, or the Sayori arc, and then we're going to go back and we're going to do Natsuki next. I don't know how much I get to skip because a lot of it's repeated, but I think you could 100% by doing all of Yuri in Act 2, so you just need to do Sayori and Natsuki in Act 1. I'm not going to play it that way. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to do all of them from Act 1, then do both in Act 2, just in case. Just in case, especially with DDLC+. Mostly because I also need to make sure that I get all of the different options for all the secret stuff, right? So like there's enough secret stuff here. I'll jump back into it. I have a feeling you unlock stuff from... Exactly. Unlock stuff from Act 1 Yuri. Especially all these different pictures. Just like, look at this. I bet 462,636 pages on it. Lol. Yeah, there's tons of stuff here, so... Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. All right. Get up, stretch, grab some water if you don't have any. Be healthy. Take care of yourself. It's important. See you in a few.